Okay, in this video we'll be opening up the new starter decks for Gate Ruler. So this is actually the one that was supposed to come with set 2, but I got pushed back for the English release. So we have the New York Zombiepocalypse and the March with Dragon Lords. So we'll be opening up each one and then going over the different contents of each one. Like both starter decks from the previous one, you get the 2 manuals for like the playmat as well as the how to play. And then we'll start with the New York Zombiepocalypse. So I've already opened it because sometimes it takes me a while to open up those little the wrapper around it. So the front cover card is the Zombie Rider. So you actually get 2 copies of it, one foil, one non-foil. So similar to like the other starter deck from the first set. With the New York Zombiepocalypse, it can also be played as both a apprentice or knight. Unfortunately, we didn't get the erratas or the buffs for knight on top of the actual physical card itself, because I guess it was probably just, they printed whatever was on the original sheet for it. But this deck can be played with either knight or apprentice, but at least there is different artwork styles than like the other one for the silhouettes. We have 2 G&G V3 Love Tiger, 2 Zombie Kaiser, 2 Craig, 2 Zombie, 2 Zombie Soldier, 2 Security Force Recruit, Full Armor Infantry, 2 Ravenous Zombies, 2 Zombie Demolitionist, which is a very good card for the zombie deck and as a card in general. You have 2 Zombie Cheerleader, 2 Mutilated Goblin, 2 Zombie Scientists. We have 2 Zombie Apocalypse, 2 New Tech Industries Laboratory, 2 Award Accommodations, 2 Rotten Meat Shield, 2 Medal of Honor, 2 Silver Star, 2 The Zombie Cannon, also another good card. And then we have 2 Joe the Kamaitachi New York, which is Joe from the original starter deck, but he was a 0 cost, so he got a little bigger. And then we have 2 New York Assistant Force, and then we have a reprint of 2 Byakuyas and 2 Inagis from the first set. And then we also have the addition of Zombie Troll, which was actually a promo in the Japanese version. But in the original New York Zombiepocalypse, I believe because there was the Apprentice and Knight ruler, the count for the cost is supposed to be 50 for Apprentice decks, but the cost was something like different, and they were like missing they only had like 1 copy of one of the cards, which made it where there was over 50 cost and you couldn't get away with just buying 2 starter decks to get a playset of everything, which is one of the things that Ikeda, the designer of the game, had designed the starter decks, was that you could buy 2 starter decks and you would be able to get a playset of everything from the deck. But then this is also a very good promo card that would be used for the zombie deck, as well as 3 energies. And then we'll move on to the March with Dragon Lords. So this one's a little bit different. So like the New York Zombiepocalypse had like almost 2 of it. Pretty much everything was just the 2 of. But in this one, some things have like 3 ofs. But again, you can still get away with just buying 2 starter decks. So you have 3 Detonator Grand Dragon Eruption, which is the foil version front card. But you get 3 versions, so 1 foil and 2 non-foil. This is also a knight-based deck, so again, it's the same silhouette as these New York Zombiepocalypse, but again, it doesn't have the errata because it was probably just printed from the earlier one. This is the only card that's a 1 of in the deck, which is Gladerian, which is a legend, so you don't actually need more than 1 anyway, like unless you want to play it in multiple decks. But then if you buy 2 because you want to get like a playset of everything else, usually you'll get 2 copies anyway. We have 3 Belgaster of the Thousand Wings, 2 Valerie the Mirrored Scale, 3 copies of Niblox, 3 copies of Gareth. This one you have 4 copies of Velkrite, 2 copies of the Golden Blade, 3 copies of Dragon's Flare, 2 copies of Dragon from the Id, 2 copies of Starwalker Keaton, 4 copies of Canhill, 4 copies of Space Raptor, 4 copies of Space Cave, which is also one of the bigger cards that was for set 2's meta, with like the Darumageddon decks, but still a very powerful card even in potentially set 3's meta. 4 Butterfly Effect, 3 Space Carthage, and then 3 Frostfire Gemstone, as well as your 3 resources. Okay, so that's it for this video. And as always, like with the other sets, I will be doing a boxing video, and then as well as we'll do reviews for the different boxes as well. Okay, thank you for watching.